And after a long slog, our belt is done. So there it is in all of its glory. We've got a sweet 3 medallion on the side, all hand stitched black back suede. Now I know this one kind of jumped a little bit. I just kind of got into a time crunch, and so I couldn't really do the full, kit and caboodle here where I talk and show and all those kind of things. I really had just kind of moved through this, but I did, film a bit here and there to show you guys all I did. So let's just talk about it real quick. So we set in, all the hardware. We punched in the holes for the strap, and that was just really simple. We just basically did 1 inch apart. And when you do a belt, basically you measure from the billet here to the billet hole. So you measure your waist, say it's, in my case, 39 inches. So I would measure from the billet out to 39 inches. And that's where my hole needs to be to make sure it's gonna fit well. And then from there you do holes, to either side. So it was about here, and I added 2 to the bottom of it, and I added just 3 to the top just because this last one here I wanted it just to kind of look a little bit better. Without it there, it seemed a little empty. Yeah, that's just kind of the simple thing there. Sewing these in was a lot of fun. We even added in this strap here, which is going to be for when you wrap it up, you want this back end to be kind of strapped down. And so I set in some copper rivets with that, and that's just using this guy here, which you can see how that process kind of works. It's a lot of pounding, but this is going to be much, much stronger than a snap rivet or pop rivet, but probably not, it probably will be as strong even as hand stitching. And then, of course, to finish it all off, we did some edge paint all across this entire thing. And then once we did the edge paint, we also took our our edge slicker and just ran back over it again. So I would actually lay some of the edge paint down, sand it, run the edge slicker over it a little bit, do another coat, and did that several times just to try to make sure that the suede edges and the belt edges were going to be the same. We're trying to hide them a little bit and keep them from splitting later down the road. But this thing is ready to be worn. I just want to mention, we did end up, so we glued this down first. So it's just like we did with the suede. Glued this down, popped all the holes into it so that we knew they would line up, and then did all the lacing. Okay, and that's it. Our belt is done. So now we're gonna move on to the holster. And the holster, a lot of it's gonna be, a lot of the same, but we'll show you, really the parts that really stand out and kind of focus in on those. All right, guys, hope you're enjoying it. This has been quite an amazing project. First time I've ever done anything of this, like this, and I think it's going pretty good. All right, onto the holster.